You're such an asshole.
AssholeConsulting.com. How you guys doing? Guy sent me, well, I mean, not much to say guy. Sean writes, Aaron, video response on this topic, please. Yeah, the only thing I want to see coming out of your mouth. Wow. Okay, and we're not going to mention that because he's talking about the Miss America scrapping its swimsuit competition. So I talked about this on the Older Brother podcast, but we're going to talk about it here now. I'll just read through the article. There's some key words here that I'm going to read through, and I'm explaining what's going on and giving my thoughts. And I don't get angry anymore. And I think you're not going to be as angry as you are now when I tell you a little bit about the Miss America pageant, what's happened to it, and why it ultimately doesn't matter if they're getting rid of the swimsuit competition. Miss America eliminates swimsuit competition and won't judge contestants on physical appearance. After months of controversy within the Miss America organization, executives announced Tuesday that nearly a century-old pageant will no longer judge contestants on their physical appearance. Effective this year, the show will scrap the famous swimsuit competition. Instead, the organization said in a news release, each candidate will participate in a live interactive session with the judges where she will highlight her achievements and goals in life and how she will use her talents, passions, and ambitions to perform the job of Miss America. All right, we're going to stop right here. I was never a big fan of Miss America pageants because, this may shock you, there was no intelligence, none whatsoever. The only thing to look was, because they certainly didn't get by on their intelligence, and these painful answers they give, how are the children and the dogs and the whales and the environment and it's like, just wear your heels and walk around because that's all you're good for right now. I would have killed to have seen one Miss America pageant come up and do a calculus proof, explain the way to program an ACL statement on a router. Do some kind of chemical experiment up front. Here's how you make a electric power from solar panel. Some that actually show genuine intelligence, not just I feel for the children because it's easy to feel and I'm lazy and we just stop breast cancer. And it never happened. So what I fear is that's the one good thing that was about the Miss America pageant, the physical beauty, is now gone. And now we're just going to be stuck with ditzes, which is what the Miss America pageant typically got in terms of intelligence. But now the talent show is going to be the same social justice warrior, political slop. Heck, a girl, that's how you clean an AR-15. All right, I like to see that. Some that would be, here's how you change oil. Here's how you clean out a carburetor. All right, you got my vote. But no, it's now going to be ditzes and then social justice warriors. I'm going to explain why that is here in a little bit. The changes come on the heels of a major shakeup of the Miss America board. In December, Chief Executive Sam Haskell and Board Chairman Lynn Widener stepped down after a report by Huffington Post revealed disparaging emails sent by pageant leaders and staffers about former contestants using crude language. Oh my God. Shortly after, Gretchen Carlson, the former Fox News anchor who won Miss America in 1989, was named the organization's new chairman. There shouldn't be chairwoman. Oh, Washington Post screwed up there. Carlson released a statement Tuesday that also credited the Me Too movement with overhauling the event. Carlson, who sued Fox News chief executive Roger Ailes for sexual harassment in 2016 and received a $20 million settlement, has become one of the most outspoken advocates of victims in the Me Too era. We are no longer a pageant. Miss America will represent a new generation of female leaders focused on scholarship, social impact, talent, and, here's the word, empowerment. And here's what, we could continue on. Carlson said in the statement, we're expecting a cultural revolution in our country with women finding the courage to stand up and have their voices heard on many issues. Miss America is proud to evolve as an organization and join this empowerment movement. All right. Now what this is, and you must understand now what the true nature of the Miss America pageant or competition, whatever we're going to call it now, it is no longer a competition or a pageant. This is just another leftist, feminist organization. That's all it is. It's just another political organization. And like the Nobel Peace Prize, that's not about peace or science or chemistry or literature. It's about politics. And now the Miss America pageant is no longer about the most pretty attractive woman in the United States. And it's not even going to be about the most kick-ass woman, because I would almost tune into like a STEM beauty pageant of women. I'd be like, okay, what's she got? Oh, can she build a solar car? Oh, can she do this? Can she do that? There was one gal, was it Brian? Somebody on Twitter, he said, this is the woman I love, and she's in MIT, and she built her own plane and can fly it, and she's like 22. And it's like, okay, that I'd be up for. But we're not going to have that. We're not going to have that. This is going, and so it's nothing new. This is going to be your standard frumpy, leftist, feminist, socialist, college, PhD, and they're going to, it's not that women don't do stuff. There are, and they should be the ones that would be promoted and heralded within American society as models, as role models and leaders, true leaders. We're not going to have that. It's going to be the same boring political slop that takes absolutely no work, effort, courage, or toil on your part to achieve. It's just going to be, I'm for stopping genocide. Well, who isn't? I'm for stopping breast cancer. I'm for raising awareness. It's just, and it's going to be, and the good news, I'm sure you're probably angry, the good news means that's no longer unique or anything that anybody else is going to tune into. It's just the same boring political slop. So, whereas I was, again, never a big fan of the Miss America pageant because it was dreadfully boring, now there's really nothing to tune into. And I think with the political component, just like we have in movies now, it's going to drive people away from movies. What remaining people are watching the Miss America pageant are also going to be driven away. On social media, the organization has already used a new hashtag for the occasion, Bye Bye Bikini. Carlson also appeared on Good Morning America Tuesday and emphasized that the pageant will now be known as a competition. All right, the organization's goal is to be open, transparent, and inclusive. So we're not going to have women. We're going to have men that identify as women, trans, post, pre-op, and okay, same broken record we've heard for the past 5 to 10 years. Particularly to women who may not have felt comfortable participating in the past. We've heard from a lot of young women who say, we'd love to be part of your program, but we don't want to be out there in high heels and a swimsuit. So guess what? You don't have to do that anymore. Okay. You've eliminated half the population that cares, although I'm going to get to that, why half the population doesn't care anyway. Carlson said, she said that the telecast will also revamp the evening gown competition. We no longer judge women by when they come out in their chosen attire, their evening wear, whatever they choose to do. It's going to be what comes out of their mouth that we're interested in when they talk about their social impact initiative. See, and even then, social, why not physics? Why not scientific impact initiative? Why not financial? Why not economic? It's going to be social because social stuff is easy. It's just cares in the feels. That's all it is. When GMA anchor Amy Robach asked about potential ratings drop, given that some viewers may want to see women in swimsuits, Carlson dismissed the idea. Interestingly enough, that's not a highly rated part of the competition. People actually like the talent part of the competition, Carlson said. Last year, the pageant drew 5.6 million viewers, down from the previous year of 6.2 million. Miss America, launched in 1921. Ba-da-ba-boo-doo-boo. We're a leadership program and academic achievement program. Sports Illustrated. Okay, so I wanted to talk about this on my podcast. olderbrother.com, check it out. And I had to do a little bit of research. So let me explain to you what is really happening that I haven't explained already. The Miss America pageant, beauty pageants in general, have been going down in terms of ratings. Back in the 40s and certainly the 50s and 60s when television was first coming around, you could actually see, and we were more of a traditional society where female beauty was appreciated and championed and liked, which it still is. It's liked. We like it, but no one cares what men want anymore. It obviously was the most, and there was not 1,000 cable channels. So I remember as a kid, like, we watched the Miss America pageant. We watched Dallas because I don't know why Mom wanted to watch it, and we watched Miss America and then the Oscars. And I don't know why we watched that either. But it was a big event. I do remember that. Well, then cable came along, and I could watch 1,000 other things. You had a lot more options. Back in the day, I think, we had 3 channels in PBS, the public station. And now, I mean, you flip through it, there's over 1,000 channels, and the music too on cable. And then you had the internet. So as more and more entertainment options came that you can watch through a screen, fewer and fewer people started watching the Miss America pageant. But what probably dealt it its most devastating blow was internet porn. Because back in the day, well, that was pretty risque to see a swimsuit competition, in the 60s or whatever. And guys said, we're going to tune in. I remember Sports Illustrated, Playboys, those were big things. That was like currency on the playground in middle school. Like if you had a Playboy or you had the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, you could just, give me some lunch money, take that. Now, you can get any flavor of woman you want on the internet, on your television screen, doing whatever you want, and it's not just walking around in a bikini. And on top of it, you don't have to go through the painful talent show or how are you going to save the world. I just think children are wonderful. So the men demographic has not been watching the Miss America pageant for years now. For years. There's way more important stuff on, and if you really want female beauty, you don't go watch Miss America, you go hit the internet and watch your porn or whatever else. So what it is right now is it's down to 5.6 million. I forgot what their peak was, but it's been dropping precipitously. So now all Miss America really is, the only people watching it is women. And what women want and what men want out of women is two completely different things. Men want, I'll say it again, big boobs, asses that back up into that, long legs and long hair. We always have, we always will, you're not going to train it out of us. Women want something a little bit different, and this gets into a world that I'm aware of, but I couldn't even begin to explain, but I can maybe describe. But it's, what is she wearing? Is that beautiful? The women's magazines, stuff like that. Who's she dating? Was it gossipy stuff? I don't know how you're going to pull that off in a pageant. But now they're introducing, again, the social justice warrior feminist bend of empowerment and leadership without any real work or achievement or careers in the private sector that actually produce values and goods and services that people willingly buy. It's going to be nonprofits and this and that, and how am I helping dogs, and how am I helping kittens, and you guys had this all shoved down your throats since school, and they're saving the environment. But women are going to be tuning into it now to see, now what do women, well, they want to, where's your story? And women don't want to see women in swimming suits or bikinis, frankly. So it's not that that's going away. No one's really watching it anyway. No one really cared. They're going to want to know about the talent show and the story and their feels. Oh my gosh, she just cares so much. She cares. She's not practical. It's not functional. It's not going to change. It might actually worsen the situation, make more poor people, but she cares and it feels good. That's what it's going to be. So don't get upset about it. It's now, and it has been for quite some time, a female show. Do you watch, what's a girl's show? Did you watch Sex and the City? Did you watch, I don't know, Oprah? I mean, that's what it is. That's essentially what it's going to become. But now with a new skewed leftist viral component of social justice warrior in politics. So my prediction for the Miss America pageant is it's going to continue to go down in ratings. It may have its worst ratings drop yet when they start shoving politics into it. And the women who watch it are probably a little bit more traditional. We're talking your grandma ladies, women my age and older. I don't know, any girls who are young that watch it, they've already been skewed and indoctrinated. Not to, that's degrading, that's beneath and all that. So they're not watching it. And they got other stuff going on. So you have basically some old, it's a kid, what it's very similar to? It's very similar to soap operas. A lot of soap operas have been canceled, but I remember that was the big thing. My babysitter, who was a grandma, would watch that. A lot of the baby boomer women and the World War II generation when we watch that, well, they're dead or dying, or they don't watch that crap no more. So it's basically baby boomer women that are going to watch it. And even though they're in the 68, well, man, free loving it, they're a little bit more conservative and traditional than your average, 20-something girl. So if that's their main market, and all of a sudden now it's politics, a lot of these gals are going to tune out. At least the conservative traditional ones are. Now, will that be made up with new viewers of Miss America or the Miss America competition? I don't know. That's going to be an interesting switch to navigate, because you're going to go from traditional beauty to neo. I can't even call it accomplishment or leadership, because that's not what it is. It's just politics. That's all it is. And I don't think anyone's going to tune into it. I really don't. Even if they are left, because there's so much other leftist stuff going on. It's like when Air America tried to have their own left-wing talk show, a radio network. It's like, well, you're just doing what CNN is doing and NBC and CBS. You're not bringing anything new to the market. That market's already being served. So I think the Miss America competition, as it would be called, will inevitably fail. I mean, it was already failing beforehand. I don't think any new blood who's going to watch, well, let me guess, is she for... I mean, you can name it. Is she for women's rights? Is she for animal rescue? Is she for peace across the world? Is she for helping out kids in third world poverty hellholes? Well, yeah, okay. Technically, who isn't? And that's not going to be anything new to tune into. It just isn't. There you go. You guys got questions. The Kevin's got answers over at assholeconsulting.com. Check out our new website, olderbrother.com. Tune into the Older Brother podcast. You can find it through that channel. Patreon.com/Aaron Clarey, AARONCLAREY. All the links I got below. I got my Amazon affiliate stuff. You want to help out, you want to buy, please like and subscribe the video. Subscribe over at the Older Brother YouTube channel. And that's it. We'll talk to you guys later. Toodles.